Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to our show. I will not forget to thank you for taking your time to be part of this. You are the reason why we host this, and you're the people who make it great. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are watching for the first time, because by doing this, you are supporting this channel. Please click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you if you love our videos. Continue sharing our videos and give this video likes. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart if you are one of those people who support this channel, even in the smallest way possible. Thank you very much. I have always stated in this channel that Raila Amolo Odinga determines the direction that the Kenyan politics take. Whether you love Raila or you hate him, you'll all agree with me that Raila is a force to reckon with in the Kenyan politics. He's a man who has attracted both friends and foes on equal measures. So recently, Raila Amolo Odinga, after a very long silence, decided to put William Ruto where he belongs, because he felt that William Ruto was on a very wrong trajectory. And it attacked Ruto, something that did not go down well with Ruto allies. And this sparked immediately a debate surrounding Raila's quest to become the African Union Commission chairperson, because the country is divided right in the middle. There are those who are saying that Raila should come back and help Kenyans as they suffer under the rule and the leadership of William Samoei Ruto. But there are those who feel that Raila has done enough. He should find his way in the African Union and help the larger continent as he retires from local active politics. People have weighed in this discussion and this debate, but one person who really shocked many is the former governor of Kiambu, who said that he's also praying that Raila should lose or should not go for the African Union seat. If you look at even now, Kabogo is trending at number 2 on Twitter because Kenyans are still searching. But his admission and confession that he also wants Raila to come back to the country and help fight for the democratic space and fight this administration because of corruption and wastage, those statements did not go down well with some people. And one of those people who really didn't find any kind of words for William Kabogo is Pauline Njoroge, a very close ally of William Samoei Ruto, a very close ally of the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, a strong critic of William Samoei Ruto, and one of those people who people feel that will become one day future leaders in Mount Kenya. So this is what Pauline Njoroge said after Kabogo's admission, that why can't Kabogo join forces with the other like-minded Kenyans to create a formidable opposition team? This over-reliance on Raila is too much. People who never even voted for him are praying that he does not get the African Union Commission seat so that he continues to fight for them. How selfish is that? What will happen to the opposition when Raila goes to Addis Ababa next year if leaders can't move and consistently challenge the excess of the government without him? And I think I have read very many posts from Pauline Njoroge, but this one makes the most sense to me because it is a rallying call to what many people have been talking about. Number one, and I want us to look at this very critically because she has exposed what many people have said in undertones and others have not bothered to say. You know, first of all, Raila Amolo Odinga is in dilemma. Being Raila Amolo Odinga is not very easy. And sometimes I know we've criticized, I'm even one of those people who have sometimes criticized Raila. But being in his shoes is not something that is very easy. You know, people have always asked, that why is it that Raila Amolo Odinga would put a spirited fight, and when you think that he's about to reach the finishing line, then he gives up. I will explain that. And I've always told you that, and I'm still repeating that if there is something that has been, to me is a weakness, is Raila's statesmanship and magnanimity, the ability to work with foes and competitors and enemies, and the ability to be looking at Kenya as a whole beyond self-aggrandizement. So right now, Raila is sandwiched between two opinions and two forces. One is being led by the USA, Joe Biden and Meg Whitman, and the Ruto's deep state that want him to go for the African Union seat so that he can exit local politics for selfish gains, so that they can have the grounds of doing whatever they want without someone questioning them. The other team is this group of supporters that feels that Raila should still be here to help fight corruption in the country, to fight for the democratic space, to talk about secrets that people do not know, because Raila has always, unveiled secrets in the government. We wonder where he gets them, but we believe he's got some intelligence. And this has been exposed. There are two kinds of people who would want Raila to be in the country. There are those very supporters who love Raila and they feel that without Raila, politics is incomplete because Raila has really achieved a lot. He's the face of struggle for democracy. But there's another lot that wants Raila for themselves because without Raila, they have nothing to talk about. There are Luo politicians who will always insult Raila for Ruto to see. That is how they secure and protect their job. People like Odoyo Widi, even where Raila is not supposed to be mentioned, you'll see him. And you don't even bash Odoyo, people like Odoyo. They are people who have to, put, the only way they can put food on the table is by insulting Raila. And those are also people who depend on Raila, if you didn't know, because without Raila, they're all gone. There are another group of politicians who do not have anything to offer the people, and they want Raila to be on board so that Raila can, carry their hands. That is Nani Tosha. I don't want to talk much about this because you know them. But Pauline is raising a very pertinent question. Number one, there are those people who did not vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila presented himself, his candidature, but they were hoodwinked. They were told, huyu mzee ndio mbaya. Huyu mzee ndiye alichukua Uhuru Kenyatta akampeleka Kisumu. They were told quite a manner of things that don't even hold water. From where you sit as a UDA adherent, you know that you voted for Ruto because he told you he's a man of God and he told you Raila was an antichrist. From where you sit, William Ruto donated money to the church and he told you that Raila could not do that. Ruto met Mama Mbogas and he gave them 1 million. Watu wa boda boda and he gave them 1 million. And when Raila questioned where this money was coming from, and he questioned that maybe if William Ruto gets to power, he will find a way of recovering his money, you were told that Raila is mean, that his money cannot go to the people. Now we are here. So these people, even up to the point when Raila was leading demonstrations to force Zakayo to come down, we were told Raila wants our businesses to collapse. Raila wants to sabotage the government. Before we knew it, they were crying over avocado taxes and they were saying, why did our MPs vote for this very bad bill? Those are the people who are now crying that they want Raila to be in the country to help them fight. When Raila told them, can we go together to the streets? Some of them were given pangas to go and kill those who were demonstrating because they were protecting our government, our businesses in quotes. Now, they can't imagine what is happening. They have just realized that it is planless. William Kabogo is a senior politician, a rich politician, a former governor. You see, in Kenya today, Once you have served as a governor, the only other seat that you can aspire for is maybe a deputy president or a president. Now, I'm also wondering, why is Kabogo also crying foul as if he is helpless? Why can't he join hands with the other people? You've seen what Gaduno Mushomba is doing. Instead of crying, oh, Raila this, oh, Raila that, they have formed some force there and they call themselves Team Ground. They would call press conferences and say, we don't like this. Not only that, Gadoni has put a spirited fight where she's supposed to do it in parliament. She opposed the Finance Bill 2023. She opposed the housing levy. Together with people like Babu Owino, they have always told off William Ruto. That is the kind of leadership that we want. Not people who are crying that Raila should be here. We must also be alive to the fact that Raila has done so much. Age is also catching up with Raila Odinga. And we must accept that sooner or later, Raila will exit active politics. So if we don't prepare, I expected people like Kabogo, being a senior politician, very influential, that he calls other politicians so that they can sit together, they can, chat a way forward on how to keep the government in check. And I agree with Pauline Njoroge. It has really sparked a very big debate. Do you support Kabogo? At his age, with his experience, look at people like Alfred Keter. They're not crying foul. They would criticize the government wherever they do wrong. Look at people like the billionaire Buzeki. They don't say Raila. They do. You do your part. We can only change the world if I do my part and you do your part. And people like Kabogo are haunted because I remember this is not the first time Kabogo is being reminded. There was a time he criticized William Ruto and people retrieved videos of where he was endorsing William Ruto and saying that this is the guy who is going to become the president of the Republic of Kenya. You see, very many people now regret voting for William Ruto. They have realized this man deceived them. They have realized that this man was, for lack of a better term and with a lot of respect, was a conman. There was conmanship. Because William Ruto promised a lot, signed treaties with women and churches and doctors and teachers and every department. Today, people are on the streets after signing those deals. We are messing up the education sector. You've seen the appointment letters being given in funerals. Capitation fees not reaching schools on time, and we are not ready for any pandemic and calamities in the country. We cannot compare how Ruto was dealing with Corona to what Ruto is doing with the floods. He prayed to God, and God told him, we are not going to bring those large rains. Today, I don't know whether God turned back on him. What do you think about Kabogo? To me, I agree with Pauline Njoroge. One, if you didn't vote for Raila, stop calling him to come and help you. Number two, let us accept that sooner Raila will be outside active politics. Number three, let leaders unite together. Let Kenyans unite together so that we fight out. Let me remind you, maybe as I finish, that Raila does not feel the pangs of hunger. Raila does not feel the pain, if he likes, he does not feel the pain of poverty. He is only but fighting for you and I, for the hustlers. The people who are told that they are hustlers, today, their chief hustler has forgotten about them. It is Raila whom they were told is a man who was born and bred in State House, a man whom they were told does not understand their pain, is the man who is now fighting for them. Ladies and gentlemen, next time let us vote wisely and very carefully. For Kabogo, I think it is his opinion that you'd wish that Raila does not get the seat, but let him go beyond that. Apart from just wishing, he should also come together with the other leaders and put the government to check. I fully agree with Pauline Njoroge. What about you? Please share with me in the comment section.